that are maladaptive, right? So these new types of behaviors that maybe that didn't exist before. So if you're eating, excessively, if you are drinking, if you consume alcohol and you're drinking at a time where it's not social, right? And so that's another indicator. Alone, right? Or you're sad, or right? Sleep. I think there are a lot of things that indicate. I have a generalized anxiety disorder, and so I do a lot of things on the front end to deal with mine. And so I am very aware of what can trigger it, and so I'm also so I can stave off some of those things. But one of the things that I'd like to say is so many people. There's so many undiagnosed. There's so much undiagnosed anxiety and depression. Like if we probably did an assessment on everyone in here, probably about 95% of us have one or the other, to some extent, mild, moderate, or severe, right? So it's not that, and I like to use the word normalizing in a way because it isn't this big scary elephant in the room. It's not this. It's almost part of our everyday life. If you look at what we're dealing with in our country, we should have an anxiety disorder.
So some of the ladies hit on some of them, but one, the body keeps the score. So whatever we do not express, our body is going to hold on to and cause disease, which is dis-ease in the way that we're functioning. So some of the things that I come across, not just with the women I work with, but even myself. So if you're noticing chronic migraines, and you're going to the doctor, you're taking all of the medicine. I've even had women go to see neurologists, and the scans are coming back, everything seems perfectly fine. That's letting you know it is not a physical issue, it is a mental, emotional issue that is manifesting physically. When there's changes in your appetite. So sometimes what happens is the emotional eating. That's when you're not actually hungry, you're eating to self-soothe. I feel depressed, so let me eat the things that are gonna make me feel good. Or it can be on the opposite end. Sometimes we're so depressed, we don't even have an appetite at all. And so I remember there's a couple women, I'm like, girl, you look good. And they give like this guilty look, and I'm like, how you lose that weight? Stress, girl. It's like, okay, let's kind of work on that. Same thing with our sleep. Sometimes when we're so depressed, what we do, we'll go to sleep because it's a way to avoid, just to be able to shut the world out. Other times when we happen to be very anxious, it's the opposite. We can't sleep. Why? Because our mind is constantly racing. Our body is physically tired. So you may initially fall asleep, but what happens, maybe about an hour or so, you're gonna wake back up because your mind is on. If you notice that you're always irritated, everything everybody does gets on your nerves, it's probably not everybody else, it might be you. When we notice the tension, I'll notice up in my neck and shoulders, when that left eye gets to twitching. This one girl would sit like this the whole time, and I quietly put her hand, she's like, no girl, I've been doing this since I'm 6. You may have been doing this since you're 6. But this right here is not normal. Yeah. If you're someone who is pretty social and you're an extrovert, and all of a sudden you notice you don't want to go out anymore. Your phone is always on do not disturb. You're not responding to the text messages anymore. You'll say, yeah, I'm going out, and last minute we're canceling all of the plans. So when you start noticing that you're not functioning the way that you normally are, when you're noticing that your body is holding on to things, those are signs that typically, again, depression and anxiety are the two major undiagnosed and most prevalent mental health disorders that we see.